Scorpio, hello and welcome to your weekly reading for the week of September 22nd, Sun hitting 29 degrees Virgo, through to the 28th, Sun finishing off at 6 degrees Libra. We have Venus entering your sign this week. You guys are going to welcome Venus, and it feels like you guys are deep into a groove. You guys have a synergy around where you wanted to be last year and where you are now, which is very powerful. Congratulations to those Scorpios. For those of you guys having to handle some fine details, and this building Earth trine is speaking to that, fine details within some sort of arrangement, a power struggle, a dynamic where power has to be dealt and handled lightly. We have the Five of Cups. I love this one with the cute long-legged crabs falling over cups, the spilling out water or spilling out salt, and the Ten of Discs. This is speaking to having a lot of people being able to come together and share what they've made to honor the birth of a baby. Wow, I love that. I haven't seen this card before in this deck, Scorpio. So you guys might be birthing something that was a brainchild a year ago, and now it's real lifetime. Priestess of Cups. I also have not seen the Priestess of Cups before in this deck. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's see what these have to say for themselves from the Mother Peace Tarot. Ten of Discs is birth of something new in a community of support. The circle is complete. Oh, I love that. The Priestess of Cups, living inside the dream world, a creative movement. The Five of Cups is speaking to clinging to past emotions, going through feelings in order to move on. So that with the Priestess is saying that maybe in tipping over that cup of salt, you're able to get into a creative reverie, and it sort of happens spontaneously because you understand that your circle is complete. So while you might have a few lingering memories, it's the fine details of whatever it is that you're finalizing. Maybe there's some steps that you have to take to attain this level of balance, this level of safety and security within a physical reality that you're creating, but the circle is completing this week. With the Ace of Swords, choosing to win, choosing energy to create, followed by the Nine of Wands. What an interesting reading for you guys. Energy and reserve stored up for when you decide to use it, and that with the Ace of Swords is choosing to win. So when you decide to use your energy, you're going to choose to win this week. And then the only thing that would get you is this ninth house energy of Mars and Cancer, these longing of emotions, this feeling of not yet having satiated yourself from something that happened in the past, and maybe like what could have been, what ought to have been. Trust me, it's coming up for all of us because Neptune's in Pisces. And I would even suggest that those people who you're longing for were not just with you in this lifetime. It's been many lifetimes, but with this equinox, we are changing the channel. We are changing the station, and I do feel that. And maybe it's more clear now with you all because you are ruled by Pluto. Pluto is in your third house of Capricorn, so the lines will be drawn by the end of this week. You guys will have Venus at 7 degrees Scorpio, so there will be a very intuitive knowing of why your relationships or romantic other partnerships ended in the ways that they did. I love that we got the Five of Cups because it speaks to this. I'm going to share this with the Five of Earth with the Five of Cups. It speaks to figuring out what's really wanted of you, what you're passionate about, what you're talented at that you could become more passionate about than you have ever been, and allow for those questions to be answered by your community. The Knight of Coins, I will just say this with the Ace of Swords. You are fighting a battle for God, and it might be something that, you know, you've signed yourself up for this like Peter Pan energy, not Peter Pan, but Robin Hood, to where you're not stealing, but you're allocating resources from the wealthy, and you're learning how to distribute them to people who need it, who maybe can't get it without your help. We have this Three of Wands. I'll put that with the Nine of Wands because it's this progression of daydreaming and envisioning. Maybe one day I'll be so powerful I can have everything I want. And we just can't be corrupted by that power. We were just watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I skipped it as a kid. Glad I did because now I actually could appreciate it. So there might be some creative ways that you can meet minds with someone and then store up this energy that is absolutely yours. You know, maybe I just had something where, you know, I read through an email and it said that cancellations or no-show appointments are usually when someone really needed the service, but they were not able to receive it. So is there something that has been blocking you from being able to receive what you actually desire? These outdated emotions where you weren't really clear on what you needed to be giving. You were just tolerating the circumstances because it looked good on paper, it looked good in pictures, it looked good on a feed of Instagram. So with this 2 of Earth and the 10 of Discs, it's almost like you have this retrospect of where you were a year ago and what you're birthing into a community of support, of maybe clients who can't get enough of what you make. They leave you reviews, they leave you positive feedback, or they have feedback for you that allows for you to improve what it is that you offer, Scorpio. I love that. The synergy energy of you with yourself from where you were a year ago. And the Queen of Coins. So we don't want anyone's slick words to get under our head, into our bonnet, to trouble us, because in truth, when we show up in service, it's so important that we show up with a glad heart, an open heart. We're not constantly questioning, did I do it right? Because in truth, you did it so much better than you would have ever done it had you not tried, had you not gone for it. So we always learn through what we are able to do the first time and maybe the first 100 times. And I'm listening to a lot of interviews with Lex Friedman, 21 degrees Leo Sun, and he speaks to a few people who I'm listening to. One is Ivanka Trump right now. She's an architect, and she speaks to living with the materials. And Elon Musk's reference where he doesn't have a hierarchical system because that bureaucracy is really hard to deconstruct once it's been built. And it's really hard to go around the bureaucracy if it's more efficient, and it would solve a lot of issues. But also, you know, it's that temperance energy of when and how does this serve me? And when it's not in place, what can I do to reference it? Do I just go within? Do I stay still? Do I not play up to those games where I'm so expected to, but I'm not going to dabble in that energy? We have Salome, ecstatic dance. So there might be a time for you guys to get out any stagnant, stale emotions that you have been allowing to linger in your field, or unknowingly entertaining through emotional crying over spilled milk kind of energy. And those things need to take up place and space within us. We need to allow for the emotions to live out their energy, because when we try to suppress them and contain them, we don't have it all available for when we really truly need it, which is what that 9 of Wands is saying. So let's read about ecstatic dance. Release your inner goddess through a dance of joy. Ecstatic dance is prayer in motion. Unity with the divine is achieved through conscious movement. In turn, this will create a sense of balance as you raise the vibration of your physical body to connect to your higher self and source. In Mary's time, Salome was a common name derived from shalom, meaning peace. Salome, not to be confused with King Herod's daughter of the same name, traveled with Mary Magdalene and was her favorite companion. The Gnostic Gospels suggest that she was the youngest sister of Jeshua. She is listed as Mary Salome, one of the 3 Marys landing at Sainte Marie de la Mer. Salome taught active meditation through sacred dance to her disciples. In ritual, it was practiced by the Holy Bride and part of the wedding ritual. When the conscious mind is engaged in purposeful movement, which would be that 10 of discs, or from that 2 to the 10 of discs, showing you guys, I think this is just a reading to say congratulations, because you guys are really approaching your life in this balanced, sacred place, this sacred energy. When you go too far, you reel it back. You're able to see that temperance energy in real time. When the conscious mind is engaged in purposeful movement, the superconscious mind can override it, opening the door to experience union with the ultimate. It's believed that this knowledge was part of the women's mysteries taught in the caves of southern France. It is said that Salome took over Mary Magdalene's mystery school after her death and continued her teachings, preserving her vast legacy of instruction. Incorporate ritual movement into your daily routine and spiral out of the mundane into the stars. Feel the sense of great freedom and release as you let your spirit soar. Yeah, so this would be the opposite. That Queen of Coins energy would be the opposite of letting your spirit soar. You see that she's kind of in this like fussy, you know, fluffy dress with a bonnet on, and she probably can't move her shoulders very much. If you find yourself in any way, shape, or form, you know, you've fallen and you can't get up, you're stuck in this situation because this is just how it is, I would say override that with some movement. Allow for yourself to get into an energetic flow. Go swimming. Swimming is a great way to honor the beautiful energy of the mother of the ocean. If every drop of salt water is a tear, the ocean is just filled with our emotions. So we have, excuse me guys, the moon and Mars conjuncting at 11 degrees Cancer on Mercury day. Mercury will be at 28 degrees Virgo on that day. So this might be it might be like the birth canal. You guys are birthing something new in a community of love and support, but I know from reading about people's labor experiences that there are moments where you want to give up, and it's like, give up what? You have to deliver the child. Like, they have to come out. They aren't going to just stay kind of like halfway in, halfway out. You can't walk around like that. You have to continue to deliver and be delivered this week, Scorpio. So let's go on through to Jupiter day, because Jupiter moves to 21 degrees. There's a lot of movement this week as we're changing the channel. We're getting down into like the brass tacks of things. And we have Black Moon Lilith also move a degree. She'll be in your 12th house at 10 degrees. So right now, Black Moon Lilith current is at 9 degrees at the time of my reading. So we're going to see how we behave maybe in relationships, and those will be the temperance energies that come up for us to review, for us to ecstatically move through that energy and to understand, okay, I'm seeing it now with more awareness, because this time a year ago I was just thinking about life in this linear way. Now I see maybe how I was living in these stale emotions even a year ago, and that 5 of Cups coming with the 5 of Earth of understanding now what you need to be, how you are being asked to show up for people who are present with you now. Scorpio, this was an awesome reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of my Scorpios with other placements, go on ahead and watch your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign reading for the week ahead. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're working with this energy. And for those of my subscribers, thank you all so much for being here. You all mean the world to me. Go on ahead and share one of my videos with someone who you know needs it, who could benefit from a reading, who is meant to empower them and make them feel supported, seen, and encouraged to open that Christ heart and to live through the heart. Have an amazing week ahead, and until next time, aloha.